Hello and welcome back to the second event of the 2018 Formula 4 Southeast Asia Championship, fueled by Petron. I'm Aaron Thompson and I'm joined now by Faisal Azri, F4 driver coach.
It's a lovely Sunday morning. We're here ready for race 2 of event 2.
I don't know, I need to make a good start, and after I push for go in first position, so after it's race, we don't know. So. Thank you.
Hello guys. I see Formula 4 is a very good score for the young racer. I believe Formula 4 is good way for Formula 1. I hope, especially in the Asia, because the conditions that's very different of the European condition. The weather is different, the track is different, the people are different. It's very good to learn.
Thank you very much, Mr. Giretti. Now let's head up to the commentary booth so we can watch this start of the race.
Here's the grid. Adam D'Agostino on pole position, followed by Timothy Yeo. Liam Lawrence and Aiden Wright on the second row. And then comes in 5th and 6th is Muiz Mushafa of Malaysia and Luke Thompson of Ireland. Followed by Antoine Potti and Alessandro Giretti on row 4. And finally, Kane Shepherd. Ishraf Danish, Rio Komikado, Kubo Masataka and Alessia Young are unable to make the grid for race 2.
Unfortunately, those drivers are not able to be here with us this weekend, but that's the beauty of F4. It allows you some flexibility with your commitments. And of course, the grid is determined by the reverse positions from race 1, which makes things very interesting. And there's the green flag, which means we have 5 seconds to go. The red lights should come on any moment, and when they extinguish, we'll be underway. Here we go, and they're off.
Clean start from Adam D'Agostino, but Timothy Yeo is going to cut him off, so he'll be side by side into turn 1.
Muiz Mushafa there is coming down the inside, and car number 99, that is, I believe, Liam Lawrence. Muiz diving now outside. Both around. That was Muiz Mushafa, and I think Alessandro Giretti went around each side of Luke Thompson. But now the red car, is that Timothy Yeo leading us through turn 2?
Yes, it's Timothy Yeo, followed by Adam D'Agostino and Aiden Wright for 1, 2, and 3.
Luke Thompson running a little bit wide there in turn 3. He didn't have enough space from maneuver on Liam Lawrence, I believe. Coming down into turn 4 now. This is where a lot of action happens. We can see Kane Shepherd's already making a move. Who's he trying to go down the inside of? Is that Liam Lawrence?
Yes, he's made a move on Liam Lawrence.
2 cars past. That's
Antoine Potti as well.
Kane Shepherd and Antoine Potti, correct. And Luke Thompson, 42 as well. He's got a lot of speed coming through that corner. He's going to make a move going through turn 5. Does he do it? Looks like he got past Antoine Potti on the coming up to turn 5. Now we have Aiden Wright in car number 7 just behind. That's 55. Adam D'Agostino in second place, I believe. So I think that's first place would be the red car, Timothy Yeo, and then Adam D'Agostino. But it looks like something's going to happen now between Aiden Wright and Adam D'Agostino coming into turn 9. And Muiz Mushafa just behind them might be able to take advantage.
Adam's taking a defensive line, so Aiden's got to take the outside, but he's got it inside.
Oh, he's diving inside. He's going to go up the inside. And Muiz Mushafa is looking for the same move.
Aiden.
That was beautiful.
Oh, they're trying to
around the outside now.
Adam's
being attacked on every corner. Muiz runs wide, but he gets past the Canadian driver.
And who's that alongside Aiden?
That looks like alongside Aiden. No, sorry, that's Kane Shepherd and number 55 at the moment. Kane Shepherd at the moment, he's leading the standings. He's got to get up in front if he wants to continue to do that. We can see Alessandro Giretti as well got past the young Canadian driver, and now he's going to be right up behind Muiz coming into turn 15. But Timothy Yeo got a little bit of a lead for himself. He's up. He's happy at the front of the grid at the moment.
But now he's got at least a second over Aiden Wright before we reach turn 15.
And Kane Shepherd making a move now alongside number 55. That's Adam D'Agostino.
And also Alessandro Giretti tried to make a move.
Oh! Adam has spun. Adam has spun at turn 15 on the outside of turn 15. We can see the yellow flags being waved.
He's stuck on the grass.
Hopefully he'll be able to get going again. It looks like he gets going again. I think that's his pink car at the top of your screen. But leading us into turn 1 now is the Malaysian driver, Timothy Yeo, followed by Aiden Wright, Muiz Mushafa, Alessandro Giretti, and Kane Shepherd.
It's an impressive first lap from Timothy Yeo. He's got a 1.5 second lead after only 1 lap.
Yeah, I can just see it on timing screens now. Number 55, Adam D'Agostino, has managed to get going again. But number 42, Luke Thompson, he must have had a problem. He must have spun off because he only just crossed the finish line. And here we have a replay of the start for you. We can see Adam's a good start. Timothy has a good start. Everyone gets away clean. Aiden Wright cuts down the middle. Muiz Mustafa down the outside. Down the inside, I should say. But he's going to cut back into the outside in just a moment. And if you watch your screens at the back, you can see Kane Shepard and Alessandro Giretti and his Muiz making his move. And Timothy O made his as well. And Alessandro around the outside of Luke Thompson there. And now we are back to the action. That's car number 7. That's Aiden Wright leading you through turns 6 and 7. Followed by Muiz Mustafa and Alessandro Giretti now. And Kane Shepard behind them.
Seems like Aiden's holding them a bit because Timothy Yeo has pulled even a bigger gap now.
Timothy O setting some fast times at the front of the grid. We can see him leading us now into turn 1. Followed by the pack of 4 cars there. Something interesting is going to happen in the next few corners. We've got Muiz. Muiz had a terrible race yesterday, I should say. He was really unlucky. He tried to make a move coming into turn 2, but he maybe got on the throttle just a little bit too early. He couldn't hold the line. So now he's got to fight his way back to the front if he wants to maintain his possibilities for the event championship.
And it was the same battle between Kane
Here we go. We got a
Shepard.
replay now of the action coming into turn 9, where Aiden Wright, car number 7, moved up the inside of Adam D'Agostino. A beautiful move. We haven't seen that in a while. And Muiz Mustafa following suit, trying to take the same line through. And the pink car just behind Adam. Oh, and Luke Thompson has spun there. That's what happened to Luke.
On turn 9. Here we go. Car 7, car 23, 28, and 3.
So we can see them now coming down
there
into
you-
turn 15.
And Sandro Giretti is trying to make a move. And Muiz makes a move on
Aiden
Aiden
Wright.
Wright.
And Alessandro Giretti trying to do the same thing. Can he get the advantage? Maybe he doesn't have a good enough exit now.
Oh, he's really wide, exiting turn 15.
But we can see Muiz now in second place. He's going to be very happy with that after his result from the last race. And Alessandro Giretti and Kane Shepard taking a battle. Kane coming up alongside number 28 and number 3 on your screens. That's Thailand and Morocco fighting for the championship at the moment. So we're too wide in 2 different locations coming in, and they file down into single file. And can anyone make a move? Not quite, not enough space, but we're going to see something at turn 4. We've seen Kane Shepard make a lot of overtaking maneuvers at turn 4 in previous races, and indeed the previous championship.
And all this plays into the hands of Timothy Yeo, who's now opened up another 0.2 of a second gap over the second place car of Muiz Mustafa.
Timothy is walking away with it at the moment, quite happy to let these guys fight behind him.
Yeah.
But maybe Muiz Mustafa, he's not going to be happy being the second place Malaysian. He's going to want to be up there. And Alessandro Giretti making a move around the outside at turn 4. Manages to make it stick on Aiden Wright. That's amazing. We've seen him do that in the last event as well against Mr. Presley Martona, who was
yes.
not very happy at all.
Let's see if he can follow Muiz and try to catch Timothy Yeo.
A little bit wide there.
And
Interesting. Aiden always comments that these drivers taking that corner too wide, but he's just
doing
done
it
the same
himself.
thing.
But Aiden's going to come under attack from Kane Shepard at turn 9.
So we see Timothy now leading us through
And-
turn 9.
Kane's not close enough to make
Yeah,
a move.
not quite close, but he takes a peek. I want to see him make a move through turn 14. We don't see enough turn 14 overtakes at the moment. So interestingly, Kane Shepard just set the fastest lap, if I'm not incorrect. That's a 2:16.351.
Yep.
To put that in perspective, the next driver is about 2/10 off. That's Muiz Mustafa in second place at the moment with a 2:16.5.
And Anton Potti at 2:16.4. He's just behind
Just behind
Kane
Kane
Shepard.
Shepard, yeah.
Oh, that's the previous.
I think that was his personal best.
That's not best. Aiden's got the highest top speed of all the top 5 guys right now.
Really?
By 3 kilometers per hour. Must have done something right exiting 10:15.
Is that
But-
199.6 kilometers an hour?
Yes,
That's
exactly. And
brilliant.
here you go. Look at that. Kane Shepard makes a move on Aiden into turn 15. Does he
Around
pull it
the
off?
inside.
Aiden's covered
Not quite.
not
Does
quite.
that compromise his exit a little bit?
somewhat, and Anton Potti has closed up behind him in turn. Look at that.
Be brilliant to see Mr. Potti try and make a move now, but he's a little bit too far back. Perhaps we'll see something later on in the lap, or indeed later on in the race. And a big move here now from Kane and Aiden. Aiden covering himself, so Kane's forced down the inside, but he is alongside, and he's going to make it straight through turn 1. But this could set Aiden up to take advantage through turn 2, but I don't think so. He doesn't quite have the speed.
And Anton Potti was the fastest of the lead group on the previous lap, so he's close right up behind Aiden Wright, exiting turn 3. There you go.
So Anton Potti setting a new fastest lap at 2:15.463. That's about a second faster than the next person. Oh, sorry, no, that is 4/10 faster than the next person, which is Muiz Mustafa.
Like Anton's trying to make a move on the inside. Yes, he does.
Beautiful.
Lead.
We've seen everything happen there. We've seen overtakes over braking. We've seen overtakes on the outside. We've seen overtakes on the inside. I don't know what's going to happen next.
As long as there's no contact, it's all good.
Yeah. So of course these cars are all fueled by the same fuel and engine oil provider, that's Petron. We use Petron Blaze Racing engine oil and Petron Blaze 100 for all of the cars. That means part of the package of Formula 4 is everyone is equal. Everyone has no advantage over each other, you know? So it's all about who's the best driver, not who has the fastest car. Which is why we have such interesting racing.
Yes, those equal setup, open data helps all the drivers get up to speed, and they're able to see what the other drivers are doing. So once they got on the grid for the race, it's now down to their own racecraft.
So we can see Muiz Mustafa, as we said, he's been setting some of the fastest laps on track. In the last lap, Timothy O set at 2:16.6, and in the last lap, Muiz set at 2:15.8. So we can see the gap is closing.
Yep.
Muiz is going to be right behind
Both-
his Malaysian comrade on the coming down into. Oh, big lock up there by Timothy O coming into turn 14.
He's under pressure now.
He's
because
under pressure.
Muiz and Giretti are both like half a second faster than Timothy.
Coming down the back straight, we can see Muiz looks to be almost alongside already, and Alessandro, of course, he's going to try and take advantage of this. We can see
Staying on the middle, he's trying to cover a defensive line, and then he takes the inside line into turn 15. But it will compromise his exit. Coming out. There you go. And he goes
much
wide.
better exit for Muiz. And
Yeah.
Alessandro as well, he's taking advantage now. He's going to be right up beside Timothy. They're going to be neck and neck coming into turn 1. And Kane, of course, he's going to try and take advantage. And Anton Party just behind him. So again, Anton again set the fastest lap. No, excuse me, that's incorrect. Coming down. Oh, Timothy has managed to get back.
Oh, he locks
another
up.
big lock up. But Muiz can't take advantage, but
And
Alessandro
Alessandro
can.
is-
He's going to go around the inside. He's going to try and take them both through turn 2. Maybe he can make something happen through turn 3 on Timothy
he does
now.
it. Yes, he does it. He makes the move onto Muiz Mustafa and is up to second place.
That was brilliant.
Again, Timothy takes a very defensive line going up the hill to turn 4.
Alessandro's been pushed wide. We've seen he can take this corner wide, but not this lap. Oh,
He's-
no, he can.
He's just
Oh,
delaying,
round-
he's just
oh,
delaying the
but was that-
inevitable. Oh, that's a pass. That's a pass.
Is that a pass? Did
Yeah,
he go
it's a
off the
pass.
track?
No. 2 wheels on the
Oh,
track. Yeah, there
Muiz
you go.
up the inside of turn 5. Not quite. Didn't have enough space, but oh my god.
And Timothy goes wide, exiting turn 6. Still tries to cover into turn 7.
Timothy dividing very defensively at the moment.
Muiz should just take his own regular line and try to take Timothy into turn 9. That'll be the pass.
Of course, Kane Shepherd now, you can see he's trying to take advantage of this big battle going up ahead. We saw he had a bit of a gap between Muiz and the last lap, but now he's right up behind. So Muiz is now in a bit of a situation. He's got to think about attacking Timothy O just ahead of him and Kane Shepherd just behind him.
And he needs to pass Timothy Yo quickly because Giretti is pulling away.
Kane Shepherd's got to get ahead of these two drivers and look for first position.
In sector 2, Giretti was half a second faster than Timothy and Muiz, so he's already opened up a gap.
So a replay now of turn 1 of the previous lap. You can see that big lock-up of Timothy, where Muiz was going to try and do something, but the lock-up gave him no space, and Alessandro took advantage up the inside of turn 1.
And the 10th gain by Giretti at sector 3, so he's opened up a gap again. There you go.
Back to the
Finally,
action now.
Muiz gets past.
Muiz gets
Timothy.
past, but Kane is now right up behind him. He's going to make a move coming into turn 15. And there he goes. He's going to try up the inside, now the outside. Oh, around the outside of Timothy. But maybe he doesn't have enough space because Muiz is there.
And Potty's right alongside, right behind Kane now.
It's brilliant. With 6 laps to go now when we cross the start-finish line, that means it's all still up for grabs. You can see the leader is just about a second ahead, and everyone else is bunched in so close we can't tell.
But Muiz now has gotten past Timothy, so he's got a clear track in front of him. He should be able to reel in Giretti with 6 laps to go.
So do you think the Malaysians here are going to team up and try and defeat the Thai driver just behind them? Timothy block him out?
He can make 1 move or 2 moves, but he can't block him all the way around the circuit.
So coming through turn 3 and up into turn 4, is there a bit of a hill? What's the hill like? It's hard to tell for our viewers.
Well, if you were to try walking up the hill, it'll take you at least 15 minutes.
Oh, wow.
Okay. That's how steep it is.
Bit of a lock-up there, I think, from Muiz Mustafa
Yes.
coming through turn 4.
Timothy is really slow. His last lap was 2:18 versus 2:16 by Kane Shepherd, so Kane should get past Timothy as soon as he can. If not, he'll get left behind, or he'll get caught up by Anton Potty.
So we can see the drivers now
Oh.
again going wide through turn 7 and 8 on the way up to turn 9. I think Kane Shepherd's going to be right up behind Timothy, so that's going to put him in position to make a move through turn 9, where we've seen a lot of things happen in the past, and we saw Aiden Wright do an
There you go.
an inside move.
Timothy's taking a very, very defensive line to turn 9.
Oh, Kane's alongside. get the advantage. Not quite, has to back off, but he's going to be in a good position now for turn 14.
And 11. Again, Timothy thinks very defensive, which will compromise his exit.
Blocks out Kane.
Yeah.
He's doing a good job of blocking out drivers, but he doesn't maintain the speed, unfortunately, and then.
Yeah, he just slows everyone up.
Yeah.
There you go.
But you can see Anton is taking advantage.
Yeah.
Number 66, the orange car, just behind Kane Shepard's blue, number 3.
Kane should take a better exit out of 14, and he'll be able to get alongside Timothy Yeo. There you go.
Have you ever seen two drivers go around either side and overtake through turn 15?
I think we've seen it before.
Yeah?
In F4.
I want to see it again.
There you go.
Here we go, something's happening. Can Anton make a move as well? Maybe up the inside? He's going to try it.
The risk for Kane if his Timothy
not
locks
quite.
up. Yeah, he doesn't lock up. And he pushes Kane wide, and Antoine takes the position. That was the risk. There you go.
Oh no, but Kane's maintained it. He looks to be alongside Timothy.
Oh, okay. So he should get into turn 1 ahead of Timothy.
He should.
And Antoine should instead follow Kane instead
But
of
Anton,
Timothy.
see, he's stuck. He's too far ahead of Tim to get on the outside now. He's got nowhere to go.
Oh.
He's stuck right behind Kane, but they're both.
There you
oh,
go.
There's
Oh,
contact. There's
contact.
contact. Oh, and Anton comes out on top.
Ah.
But Kane's going to dive down into turn 2.
Kane's made the position. Antoine's made the position.
So at the end of that battle, we have Kane Shepard from Thailand in the blue, number 3 at the head of your screens. Anton Patti from Belgium in the orange car, and Timothy O from Malaysia in the 10 number 5.
Oh.
Excuse me, in the 10
I'd
red
like
car.
to touch on the two leaders. Look at that. The gap is now down to 0.3 seconds because Muiz Mushafa did a 2:15.077 versus Giretti's 2:15.694.
That 2:15.077 is in fact the fastest lap of the race at the moment.
Oh.
And we can see here the replay of the action.
Kane Shepard got all crossed up, and Anton Patti locked up his tires.
It's impressive driving by Kane though to maintain and get
Yeah,
back into turn 2.
And they've dropped into the hands of Aiden Wright, who's now right behind them.
Aiden's going to start looking to pick them off now in a moment. But Kane Shepard, that's the story now. He's in 3rd place at the moment, 3 seconds behind with 5 laps to go. Can he close the gap? Of course, Muiz and Alessandro, we know, are about to they're setting the fastest laps at the moment, but they're going to be fighting each other this lap and for the rest of the race. So that gives Kane an opening to try and close things down.
Well, for Kane to catch them, he needs to be lapping in the low 15s. At the moment, his past lap time was 2:17.3, but he was
Yeah.
being held up by Timothy Yeo.
Exactly, I was just going to say that. With an open grid in front of him and with perhaps a less experienced driver behind him who's maybe too far back to challenge at the moment, Kane can hopefully try and... a big lockup again there from Timothy O. It's going to give Aiden Wright an advantage coming through turn 15. You can see Muiz Musafra and Alessandro Giretti, the pink and the yellow at the head of your screens. They're right up, as Faisal said at the beginning of the lap. They're
Yes,
3/10 separated. Can something happen at turn 15?
Be less than 3/10 now because Muiz sector 3 was 0.2 of a second faster than Giretti. So there you go. That's the gap. That's 0.2 seconds there on the screen.
Brilliant. So we're crossing the start-finish line. We're going to see what the gap is now with 3 laps to go, I believe. Or is that 4 laps? Sorry.
4 laps to go.
4 laps to go. So the gap at the moment is still 2/10 now. 0.26 seconds.
Muiz has got to be smart passing Giretti because in race 1 he tried to pass Giretti into turn 2, couldn't pull it off and spun and dropped right down the field.
Does that mess with your head a bit, Faisal? After that, do you now, is he going to be a bit more
Depending on the
cautious?
drivers, some drivers will start overdriving because they're probably angry with themselves for making a mistake. But if you take a step back, try to regroup and know that there's 4 laps to go, you can still make the move.
Muiz, as you said, is right up behind Alessandro, but he doesn't seem to be trying to get past the driver ahead.
He may be planning because if he gets past Sandro now, then Sandro will try to get past him and he's got 3 laps to do it. So maybe he's just putting pressure on Sandro, hoping
So
Sandro
he's
makes
just
him.
letting Alessandro do all the work for him, letting
Yes,
his engine get
exactly.
hot, letting his tires get out of shape, taking advantage of the slipstream. But he does make it look there.
Speaking of tires, as we know, the same set of tires are used for qualifying race 1, 2 and 3. And Sandro did do 4 laps more in qualifying than Muiz did. So his tires are a bit worn as compared to Muiz's tires. So Sandro should be smart about it, keeping his pace. So, Kane Shepard and... No, they're not able to catch Muiz now. He's too far behind, 4 seconds.
Well, Kane
Yeah.
Shepard did set a 2:16.5 on the last lap, so that is an improvement over his previous laps. But again, he's maybe too far behind. He's 4 seconds
and
behind.
The 2 leaders are doing 2:15s. There you go. Muiz is just going to put pressure, 23 onto car 28. Yellow versus the pink.
If you were in Muiz's shoes right now, Faisal, when would you choose to make your move?
best place is always at the end of the straights, either turn 15 or turn 1. The risk of taking the lead at turn 15, Duretti can take back the position at turn 1.
As
So,
we've said before, Sepang is a switchback.
yes.
Take the advantage in one corner, you lose it in the next.
So, yeah, what Mu is doing now is good. He's just putting pressure on Duretti.
That really outside line there, is that going to give him a good exit coming down to turn 1?
It's, if we switch the cameras, we should be able to see.
Oh, Aiden
Oh.
Wright making a move through Timothy Yo.
There you go.
Well, we can see Muiz alongside already
He's
at
got
the
a better-
start-finish line.
He's got a better exit than Duretti, but Duretti's got the inside line into turn 1. That's 0.113 gap. And he tried,
Oh, big
lock
lockup, big lockup.
Oh, that's not good. That's not good.
As he flat spotted his tires, that's going
You
to
can see a
ruin
dark
his
patch
race.
on his front right tires. There's a bit of a flat spot there. You gotta be careful now. The thing about flat spotting your tires is if you keep locking it up, it'll flat spot the same spot on the tire, and from say 10-cent coin, it'll end up as the size of your hand.
Yeah, and it's a knock-on effect because you've got to use the same tires in the next race, and really if you
Exactly.
make a big mistake in one race, it ruins your weekend.
Oh,
Oh, but no, he's
Duretti
taking
goes wide.
advantage. So we can see a replay here of what happened in turn 1. Muiz had more speed, he had the better line, he was going to make a move, but he just locked up coming into turn 1.
Shepard was fastest of the lot in the previous lap, 2:15.1.
Yeah,
So
but
he's-
interestingly, the leading drivers, as we said, they've slowed down a bit because they're battling now and they're in the 2:16s. So Kane Shepard, although he is still 3 seconds out, don't count him out. If he's lapping 1 second ahead, at the moment he's lapping 1 second faster than the leaders, so he could catch them up. in
and
3 laps.
Moise tries to make a move on turn 9, but Alessandro takes a defensive line.
How much is that flat spot that we think we see going to affect him? Because he seems to still be right up behind Alessandro.
But he's only flat spotted it once. As long as he doesn't do it every subsequent lap, he should still be good.
So coming down through turn 11, 12 now, Muiz, I hope he'll make a move because I've always wanted to see it, but I don't think it's possible. Coming through turn 13, we have seen some overtakes there, but again, Muiz a little bit too far
Oh.
back, but he's trying something. Oh,
Oh,
no, and he
he
spins!
spins. Oh, he's
Oh.
thrown the position away.
Oh, that's such bad luck.
He got really, really close to Duretti, misjudged the braking and spun. Ah, and he's falling down. He's falling down the grid.
That's going to put him at the end of the grid. Maybe he can stay ahead of Luke Thompson and Liam Lawrence, but that's really so unfortunate for
Let's
the
see
young
what
Malaysian
happens
driver.
here. He gets all crossed up, taps
Is
the
it-
brake, the back steps out. I would say he was carrying a lot of speed coming out of 12 and 13 and got too close to Duretti.
Yeah, I think
just-
he had more speed, that was
Yeah,
obvious,
definitely.
but he had nowhere to go. He had to brake to avoid
Maybe-
contact. and-
yeah, I mean, if usually you brake at say 60 bar, he's probably doing it at 80 bar to make sure he stops. And unfortunately, he spun while doing it.
So let's see what that means for Kane Shepard and Alessandro Duretti now. Because, of course, there's really little chance of Kane Shepard catching up with no one to challenge Alessandro at the head of the grid, but he has closed the gap to 1.5 seconds.
Duretti's taking it easy. His last lap was 2:17.1.
His last lap, he was being attacked by Muiz. He had to divide defensively. Perhaps he can change things up, but really, with 2 laps to go, I don't see how Kane can catch him.
The 1.5 second gap right now.
Although that said, I should never count Kane Shepard out. We've seen him do some amazing things on this track.
We say the term cool as a cucumber was coined for Kane Shepard. If you see him outside the car without his helmet on, without a racing suit on, you wouldn't know he was a racing driver.
So coming through turn 6 now, I believe that's Anton Potti in the orange car and Kane Shepard ahead. Ahead of both of them, you've got
Okay, now-
Alessandro Duretti.
Duretti and Kane's pace are now quite on par. Because sector 1, they were both doing 29 seconds, 0.4. Sector 2, Kane Shepard's sector was 29.4 versus Duretti's 29.6, so slightly faster. It looks like there's a physical, a big gap, but as you said, 2 laps to go, miracles do happen.
Well, we've seen before in F4, everything comes down to the last lap, and often the last corner of the last lap, especially between Ugo de Wilde and Nazim Azman and Kane Shepard in Thailand and Malaysia last year. But we can see there now the race leader, that's car number 28 from Morocco, Alessandro Duretti, in the pink car, followed by Kane Shepard from Thailand, and behind them we've got the Belgium driver number 66, that is Anton Potti.
Shepard's gone faster again in sector 3. He is closing up on Duretti.
So what does this mean now for Moise Mushafa? What does he do
Where
next?
is he now? He's dropped down all the way to 6th. As we know, it's a reverse grid again for race 3, so he should be on the first 2 goals if he finishes where he is. But he needs to calm down. He needs to plan. out to pass.
We can see there Kane Shepherd closing the gap still. He's now only 8/10 off. I might have spoken too soon earlier because he's closed the gap in half again. And he's got still half a lap, excuse me, he's still got a full lap. That's 5 kilometers to go to try and close things up, and maybe he can make a move coming into turn 15.
If I were Sandro right now, I wouldn't look into my mirrors. Because if he does, then he'll notice like this blue car with a white helmet is right behind him.
But you're in a Formula car, what can you even see in your mirrors? Can you really see anything?
But if you notice, some of these drivers actually do turn their heads, try to look for the other drivers, and that's when they get distracted. Oh, Kane's got his head down. He's chasing. Look at that. Again, he's faster than Giretti over Sector 1.
A 1/10 faster in Sector 1.
Yep.
But he's got to find 8/10, Razel.
Yeah, but like I said, if Giretti looks behind or looks at his mirrors, he's bound to make a mistake.
Well, in any case, it's brilliant driving from Kane Shepherd. He won the first race, which meant he started last in the second race, and he's all the way up to second already, and he's still got, what, about 3 kilometers now to try and make a move for first.
Exactly.
Coming down into turn 9, we've seen Shepherd do things here before, but he's too far back at the moment, and Anton seems to be falling off. Perhaps he's relaxing a little bit, saving his tires for the next race. But we can see there he's still setting good lap times, a 2:15.4. That's only 4/10 behind the fastest lap of the race, which is Kane Shepherd on a 2:15.03.
Good effort from Antoine. He's only been here 3 days. He arrived on Thursday. His first time in the circuit.
Yeah, again, that's the beauty of Formula 4 SCA. It's different than all other championships in the world, even other Formula 4 championships, because we've got open data. We've got the one team concept. Everything is the same for everyone, so you don't need to have a lot of experience. You can come down as a rookie driver and you can learn from everyone's data. You can learn from all of the best engineers.
Look at that, Kane Shepherd's right behind.
Yeah.
0.8 second gap has disappeared. He was not close enough to make a gap, but it's close enough to pressure.
Pressure, and maybe they'll be crossing the finish line neck and neck. We've seen before, the closest time we've ever had is...
there you go. How close is that? From 0.8 second the previous lap.
He's just not close enough, though. Oh, what happened there is he just ran out of time. That's a brilliant 1-2 finish. There we've got Alessandro Giretti in first and Kane Shepherd in second.
Of course, I was starting second last. I think after turn 1 and 2, I exit 4, so I win 4 places in 2 corners. So I'm really happy, and I win the race. It was really difficult, but I win. So
with that, really, we've reached the end of race 2. So from me, Aaron Thompson,
and Faisal Asfi.
Thank you very much.
See you again later.